Everyone, so I'm back and I'm starting off this next video, but before we get started, y'all already know how we do over here. We're going to go ahead and take some deep breaths in and out while meditating on soaking in his presence. I want to do something a little bit different today, so we are going to do some inhale, exhale breathing exercises. And what I wanted us to do is, straighten up our positioning, and we're going to inhale on the count of 3 using our diaphragm and exhale on the count of 3. So let's go ahead and begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, everyone. So I hope you have had a blessed week so far. I know I've taken a little bit of a break, and I do intend to get back on these videos. It's just that time, and I'm going to talk about that further. But the topic today is let's talk. It's going to be updates. This is going to be pretty much a sporadic topic. It is going to be a very light, easygoing topic. I'm not really going to get in too deep, but I do want to start getting back into these videos because I feel like the Most High is just moving me and leading me to get back into this. A lot of the stress that I was experiencing is starting to kind of dwindle down. Everything's, all of those blocks are starting to stack, into a timely fashion. So now I'm starting to get some of that stress off of me, and so I can now start focusing back on doing these videos. It seemed like every time I really start to get into these things, these discussions, the commercials want to start popping up, right? So as I was saying, I just cut it off. So as I was saying, or getting back on topic, I started, a few months ago, I started really getting into doing these ads because I felt like, I needed, for the word to be spread more. I feel like it wasn't really, my messages weren't really getting out there, and the type of person that I am, once I start getting into something, I really want to start seeing some type of, climb in my investment, because I really feel like I was putting time, effort, my creative into doing these videos. So I felt like, what's going on, y'all? I'm not seeing any real gains from me doing these videos, visually, on a visual aspect, as far as likes, comments, subscribers. However, my relationship with the Most High had not dwindled at all. It is and has been increasing. And my financial stability and blessings have been increasing as well since the time I started doing these videos, from my first video up till now. I have been blessed spiritually, financially, emotionally, mentally. So, but for me, it's more of a me self-pleasing gratification type thing to see, I have people actually engaging with me. And it was never so much as likes, subscribers. It was more like comments, like people engaging, people who seeing that people could actually relate to me. But, I'm letting that go because of the simple fact that, investing in these ads, I was using a lot of my pocket money for these ads. All the extra money that I had, I was like putting into these ads, along with, giving to individuals and organizations I felt like the Most High was leading me to. Now, I'm still going to be giving to, the True Chosen and these organizations, but the extra pocket money that I was pocketing, I'm going to focus on continuing to pocket that money. Because what happens when you spend your pocket money? You don't have any pocket money for yourself. So I'm going to focus on just, keeping pocketing my extra money, while also giving to other individuals, so that I can have it, and save it and use it for other important things, instead of, just giving it so loosely to things like YouTube. There will be times where I feel like, oh, this is a message that, I really need to try to get out there. I really need to make the effort to send it out to more of the masses. And in that case, I may do a few ads here or there just to kind of get my views up and really let it be known to more people. But I think for the most part, I'm gonna go back to my beginning stages where, I just let all that go, and I just let the Most High guide individuals to these videos. And I just see it as, if you find my video and you're not part of the demonic satanic realm and you're not working against me, but if you have actually been led by the Most High to my videos, just count it a blessing, right? You have been extremely blessed, counted as an extreme blessing. And be open to engaging, and just have ears to listen, and a heart to take in what the message that's being received, right? So that's what I want to encourage you to do. So I feel like it's that season again for the Most High to use his true chosen. I feel like, for every season there's a time and a reason. And I feel like this is like, I don't know, I feel like it's the Israelite New Year or something like that. It's like, okay, like now we're ready again. Like we're ready to get back at it, share what the Most High is telling us, and be used by the Most High completely. Now, that's not to say that you weren't being used by the Most High before, but this is like, it's like the beginning. Like, now it's like a refresher. Like, I don't know about you, but I just feel so refreshed and rejuvenated, and I'm ready to get back at it. And I recollected last year was kind of like that too, where, right around, August, September was the time where I really felt like that rejuvenation, like that energy and like that strive to really want to speak out and speak for the Most High, and encourage people to really make changes and give them insight into what the Most High has been telling me. I feel like May and July is kind of like that downtime. I don't know about for you, but for me especially, I felt like, it was that downtime for me where the Most High really wasn't using me as much. And I think he was really trying to get me to relax and just say, okay, well, take a breather, you are human, focus on family and friends and school and all those other aspects of life. This is like May and July. Between May and July for me has typically been my downtime. And that's kind of been the time where the Most High is taking action, right? This is the time where the Most High takes action. And it's the time for the true chosen to actually rest and let the Most High do his thing, because, he's like saying, I can't do both. Well, he can do both, but, he really wants to focus on the action part as far as more so than, really speaking and using his chosen. He's working more so on the action. But I have seen, and I am grateful for the ones that the Most High picks out to use through continuously through those times, like, because there are a few chosen that he picks out that he still continues to use during those downtimes. And that's the people that we really need to utilize and look towards and have ears to listen and a heart and mind to receive it as well. And so what I wanted to get into too, and I've been seeing this for, I would say, several years, at least 2 years, and especially in the last year, is that, especially with this new AI technology and stuff, like, even when you go on your computer, what I've already come to realize is that this AI is developing some form of a consciousness. Like, let's keep it real. Not one individual can be tracking you so much to know, every single thing that you look up, or, be able to kind of distinguish the way your feelings and all that, captivate all that. So we have to come to that realization that this AI technology is continuing to develop some form of consciousness. And the more people get onto these social media platforms, the more we utilize, these social media apps and things like that, the more that is going to come into reality, right? And so it is being used for a purpose of causing chaos and distress among nations, among people in general, right? That is what it's being used for. And you can see it happening now. Like, people are just literally losing their minds. And I feel like that has something to do with this AI technology, right? But awareness, vigilance, and the ability to maintain control, because we must acknowledge the fact that we still have control over this AI. Like, it's up to you whether you want to go down that rabbit hole that this AI, sends you on, right? Or you take full control and you have full consciousness and clarity to say, hey, this is what I came on here for. This is the information that I want to receive. Like, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. That rabbit hole leads me to depression, anxiety, PTSD. I want to go down a road that leads me to clarity, spiritual development, growth, insight, knowledge, understanding, that kind of path, right? But it takes you to be in control of that, right? Because it's very easy for this technology to lead you down a very distressed, self-isolating, very dominated type of reality. So I want us to just continue to be aware of this, right? And maintain our self-control, maintain our control in this, right? Because the Most High has a purpose for this AI as well, whether they want to acknowledge that or not. But, the Most High is utilizing this for his purpose, right? And his purpose is for this technology to cause chaos and distress, because it all works for his benefit, right? And so the people that are giving into this type of technology and things, we must see the bigger picture that, this is for the Most High's purpose. There's a reason for this, right? And so in that case and scenario, it just is what it is. We can only do so much, and our goal is to share his word, to try to enlighten as many people as we can so that they come out of this bondage. But if they choose not to, then that is completely their choice, their decision, and that is the Most High's doing. And he's using AI to give them that choice, right? So as I said, I really been realizing that I have been gaining a lot more spiritual clarity, a lot more spiritual insight. I've really been conversating with the Most High on a much deeper level. Now I feel like me in my relationship with the Most High has been like really good since, I would say, the beginning of 2020, the end of 2019, and I've continued to grow in my relationship with the Most High. I've continued to build and understand the Most High a lot more. Even in my weakest times, I've realized the best and worst thing you could do is just be straight up and forthcoming to the Most High. Just tell the Most High everything, because really, you can't hide it anyway. He knows and sees it anyway, so why hide it? Just be open about it and just pray for the Most High to bring you out of it. And that's like been the best thing for me. It was really hard for me to do that, at the beginning, and even sometimes now, because my ego in some aspects would always get in the way. But now I'm continuing to learn how to set aside my ego and just keep it all the way real with the Most High, because really there's nothing that he don't know anyway, right? Just keep it real. And so I really want to give thanks to the Most High's amazing, wonderful, unique, incredible angels, because they have really been very integral and special in my life, my development, my growth, and that's one thing that I feel like I've been reflecting on these last weeks, is like, really, I haven't been giving the Most High's spiritual team any kudos, because they do a lot, and they are very special, special beings, and I really appreciate what the Most High has done in creating them, right? I appreciate the Most High creating these beings, because they have really been very integral and helpful to me in my development. And so I mean, that's really, I don't have anything really else I wanted to say. But it really has been getting chaotic. I have a few channels that I share on my YouTube page. So if y'all want to click down below. I encourage you to keep updated on current weather news, Weatherman Plus, Two Preachers, Melkeb, Nature News, Climate Change. They're good resources to have. Just keeping an update on, the current climate of things, the real current climate of things. And also, even like regular news now, like what is it, MBS and PBS News and stuff like that. Really, any news channel you turn on now, you get a bunch of chaos. You get like, it's very, very, sad and chaotic what's going on in the world today. Like, and you have to just really boil it down to spiritual warfare. It just is what it is. That's what it is at the end of the day. And, I keep thinking, well, if it gets any more worse than this, people really have to eventually come to the truth. But now I'm coming to the understanding that, you know, who Yah has called to come to the awareness of this truth, Yah has called. It just is what it is. And if they are not acknowledging it or accepting it at this point, then it's just not simply not meant for them to acknowledge it. You know, it's sometimes you just gotta wash your hands from it and say it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And free yourself from that bondage, right? Sometimes, hey, that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's just simply reality of it, right? And so I really just wanted to close with that, you know. Also, I've been seeing that, you know, they're trying to run to outer space, but really you just making you just enclosing yourself anymore when you try to do that, right? Because that's just, you just boxing yourself in even more, and that just leads to an even worse place in my mind and state of being, right? Because then you're even more into a place that you're not supposed to be in, that's not meant for you to be in, right? And I was telling my husband the other day, they better have an infinite case of Rusties when they do go up there, right? It's just, you know, you gotta laugh at this, right? There's a lot of people not living in reality. A lot of people have false perceptions of, you know, how it's gonna play out. But anyway, I'm sending y'all much love, peace, light on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And I pray to keep this going, you know. I pray to get back into doing at least one video a week. And that's it for today. Y'all already know what it do and what it is over here. It is peace, love, light. Shalom.